Good afternoon. Have we been invaded by robotic aliens? Robotic beings? Are they indeed in the skies above? When I inverted some footage that I did of the skies above, you can see right here that they look like robotic beings. Now, I don't think our clouds used to look like robotic beings were in them, but if you look in the inverted mode, that's certainly what it looks like. And they don't look like me. They don't look like you. They look like what you would see in a sci-fi movie. They look like robots. I couldn't believe what I saw. I really could not. I thought, you've got to be kidding, because the sky, let's face it, the sky does not look like it used to look when I was younger. Okay, that would be probably around, even if we were to go back to my childhood back in the 70s and or 80s, they don't look like that. They don't look like this, where you invert the picture and you have what looks like some type of robotic beings in the sky. And we're going to get to the image that this came from. I'm going to show you the original image compared to the inverted image. And there's, I think, a telltale sign when you see this happening in the sky. You'll know that, like this picture you see right here, this is what's going to be seen in the sky. This is what's behind it if you invert it. I've got to come over here so I can get to the comment section, you all. That's what I've got to do. Okay, I'm here. I've just got to wait one moment. Hello, King Ahukamundo. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Hello, Apple Brooks. This is serious, what's taking place. It's very serious. For those who may not think it's serious, I think it's really serious. Let's find this picture that this came from. My goodness gracious. Okay, I'm going to click on this. This is the picture right here. Have we been invaded by aliens? Gina, honey, how on earth did you see? Did you see what that just did to me? I clicked into one picture and it literally made all the pictures. Look, this makes my face look kind of weird. I don't know if I need to have this on my face and my mouth. I look like an alien myself. You all, it's this green screen is what it is. It literally made all of my pictures go away. I'm not an alien. Okay, I'm not. I was trying to blend in with this screen. Wow, they did that to me. That's exactly what they did to me. That's fine. It's fine and dandy. You go ahead and do that to me. I'm still going to do my video, is what I'm still going to do. They made all my pictures kind of like disappear. Look at this. We're just going to look at this one for now. I'm coming over here to this screen, you all. So look at this. So you can see this yourself. Look at this. These right here. How can one dismiss this as normal for being in our skies? How could you even dismiss it? Look at this. Look at this and look at this. Look at these. Look at the structure of these clouds. Look at it. It's when a certain thing happens in the sky is literally, look, it kind of looks like a big gigantic face. This is what it came from, a picture like this. When you see a lot of these really super dark areas in the sky, okay, look at this. This is that picture. The one from down here. Look, I'll just go right above. I'll just go in this area right here. We're going to look in this area right here since I've got it up like that. Just this one area right here. You've seen these in the sky. I've seen them in the sky. I've seen the smoky gray, dark smoky gray clouds. The first time I ever seen them, I was taken aback. So the smoky gray. This ain't going to let me go that high. I can't zoom up that far in this picture. This is what it looks like in this right here. Let me come this back to me, you all, because I've got a lot better ones in here too. A lot better ones that's going to show that up close in this picture. Let me put this back to me while I get to it, you all. We got to investigate this. Is what we got to do. Investigate it big time. We can do this. We're going to do this. This is the sky. This is from some video footage that I took. I'm right here. Let's look at this. Oh my goodness, you all. So look at this. You've seen those, and they're not normal at all. You've seen the sky when it's literally looked like it's been caked on. It's been caked on is what it looks like. So let's zoom up on this area. See, the trees look fine, the silhouette of the trees, the leaves and everything, but when you start zooming up on this area, it's normal. It's a tad bit normal. And of course, this sun is so bright, you can't see anything behind it, but this is what it looks like this area right here. And you know, we can zoom up some more, and I know it's large, but I'm just trying to show you what it looks like. This is taken with my Nikon camera. It's a good camera, my Nikon P900. I'm going to show you these areas too. This is what the clouds look. Look, this literally looks like there is like a face, but it's not. And you know, we spoke about a species that arrived last night. It's like in a series, Another Lifetime or whatever. Look at this area right here. This literally, this is what it's looking like, just like this, you all. These smoky gray things, whenever they show up, they get really bad at times, and they get kind of scary when you see it. So we've got that picture right there. Let me flip this back to me. Got that picture. I just want to make sure I click right into the very next one that matches it. Okay, I have to go sideways, so I'm gonna stay in that picture right now. Is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go back. No, okay, now see, this is the normal picture. Have I got this on here, you all? This is very important. It really is. When we see the skies like this. There's the sky in the regular mode. I mean, it's really dramatic, but you can like feel like an uneasiness. Here it is in the inverted mode. Do you see? Literally, when I first looked at this picture, I thought, is that a great big face of a great big giant being with an eye here and an eye here? It really kind of looked like it, peeking out at us. I know that we've seen giants in the sky before, okay, but this is literally, there's been nothing else done to this. It's only been inverted. That's all it's been, inverted. Okay, that's all it's been, is inverted. Look as you zoom up. And don't be saying, now, Gina, honey, that's your camera. No, it's not my camera. There is a robotic race of beings up there doing this to our sky. They have this technology. I've never seen this before, really, to be quite honest. I have not seen it like this. It literally looks like something out of a sci-fi or a Matrix movie. You see this right here? You remember last night when we was looking at that show? Gina, you got that on there again. That show that showed, if I can get that on here, you all, let me flip this back to me. That showed, oh man, I can't find it. I wish I could. That showed these beings like this. Let me see it. This show right here that said it's happening in real life right there. And when we was flipping through it, it showed like the DNA strand of that race of being. Okay, you remember that? Let me flip this back to me. I don't have any screenshots of it, but let's look at this, you all, with that race of being. It had kind of like structures like this encoded in it, like that. So I'm supposed to be showing this, you all. There's a being up here. Look at this. This is not normal to see in the sky. Then these aren't real clouds. They're not real clouds. And that's what happens when it's inverted, though. Look at that. I think it's a robotic race of beings. That's practically like the only way I can explain it, like a robotic race of beings. Look at this. Look at this perfect curve like that. See like that? Look at this. It's perfect. And this is supposed to be the clouds. It is the clouds in the inverted mode is what it is. In the inverted mode. Now, this looks like a normal cloud, but look at this. Look at this solid line that's literally behind it. Literally behind it right here. You know what we need to do? We need to have the picture at the top and the picture at the bottom. We can do that. We're going to do that. We're going to look at the picture at the top and the picture at the bottom. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to get this thing out of the way. That's what we're going to look at, the picture at the top and the bottom, so we can see it for ourselves is what we can do. I've got to check. All I have to do is take a screenshot of it. That's all I have to do and bring it over to you. And I am going to do that. We're going to bring it over, a picture at the top and a picture at the bottom. I just got to crop it out. You just bear with me because that's better to see it like that. The exact same picture done like that. And I've just got to save it. Okay, that's it. And we're going to go to it right now. Let me flip it to the screen if this will open up for me. Okay, it's opened up. And I've just got to get over here. Right here, look. Here it is right here. Normal sky. So what we're seeing in the blue, this white area, you know, when they cake it on so thick, it literally looked like they plastered a cake up there in the sky, or they plastered the ceiling of your house with plaster. That's what it looks like when they do it. It literally looks like it's plastered. So it looks like this. Look, this is literally in the center of those smoky gray clouds. But then when you look in the inverted mode, it looks like this. Look at it. Just like this. It looks robotic. It looks like some kind of a life form has literally taken over the skies, is what it looks like. Some type of a life form that is not human-like, but yet it is robotic-like. And look at this. This is what I wanted to see. This particular smooth line right here. I wanted to see where in the picture, what was that one outlining? It's outlining the bottom of this cloud right here. That's what it's outlining, that smooth line right there. This right here. I can't blow this one up any higher, but this right here was outlining the bottom of this super dark cloud right here. So you know that these are artificial clouds. Look at this. Or maybe it was this one. It was this one right here. These are like artificial clouds is what they are. They're artificial, and they're made by these beings that are up there in the sky. And this may sound strange to people. It may sound really strange to people, but I'm just saying, whenever you see this in the sky, these in the sky, and you see it like this, you know that something's going on, and it's not normal. It's not. And they don't want to tell us. But see, I don't know who's doing all of this. Who's responsible for doing this? Okay, who really is responsible if you think about it? Because there is a lot of spraying that's going on in our skies, a whole lot of spraying. And we just see the planes just flying back and forth is what we see. But to see it like this, just like that, and it's so bright behind it, but these things, they're so solid, you can't see behind anything. You can't see behind anything because these literally form a solid barrier, a massive solid barrier in the sky. Whenever you see this, it's not often that we see this. They only show up at certain times. Like it literally looks like its head's up here, but I'm sure it's not. Gina, where are you at in that picture? I'm supposed to be going. I can try to see where that picture is at. Is this that same picture? Yeah, it's the same picture. It's the same picture. Look at that. But I'm not sure if these are the ones that are in the normal clouds, the normal clouds that we looked at the other day. I'm not sure if these are the ones that are in those, although they may be. Look at this shape of it. I heard that, this is one theory, and even look at this area. I heard that they can, I need to quit touching the screen and making that menu come up, that they can arrange themselves, cluster themselves together to where they can make one great big gigantic massive ship. Now, okay, we see this picture right here. I'm not sure if these beings in the inverted mode, let me put this to me. I want to get back to the one picture that I did on here. In the inverted mode, I'm not sure if it's these right here. I'm not. Although it very well could be. Look at their structure. Look at their structure. It really could be one in the same because of their structure and the individual lines. And they're not do you all think that this literally, because this is in the clouds, that video I showed the other night. I don't even know when it was, maybe a night or two ago. These right here, you see how, I mean, it's beautiful. See, they're a life form. They got their own color. Are they the same as these in the inverted mode? See, that's what I'm wondering. Are they? In the inverted mode, are they the same? That's the question. That is the question. Are they the same? And then, if we were to look at this is from the video footage that I did. It was in the western sky. The sun was setting, and I had my Nikon out, and I was filming it. Look at this. It's like there's heads. It's like there's heads of beings in the sky. And they're so crowded up there in the sky, super duper crowded. It's like little white squares. And I've got to quit touching the screen, you all. I wish it wasn't that sensitive. I think they do it to just distract us. This one's a pretty good one to look at too, because this is where I got the image. Right here, look at that. Right there. This is... They're watching us. They're absolutely watching us. And this right here that I thought was like a mosquito flying around, I think it's one of their robotic things. You know, technology has literally jumped. It's like overnight. It's literally like boomed big time. Look at this. There's so many different layers of these in the sky. So many different ones. Oh, wow. Are you all seeing this? Look at this right here. It's like these, you all, that movie, Another Life, when that ship landed, it had like a, it was like, it looked like it had like the, like a big ribbony like thing. Its ship. Look at these. These are literally long in the sky. Look at that. This is the inverted mode. Just like this. All in the sky. I hope that movie was not depicting these also. Wow, that literally does. It looks like ribbons of this. And what are they made of? What are they made of? I will say something about this right here because they look very flexible, extremely flexible is what they look like. Gina, will you please quit touching that? I don't mean to do that. Extremely flexible. I took a picture when I was coming back from my lunch break when I worked second shift. There were, you see how these literally look like they're in ribbony shapes like this? Let me flip this around to me. In the sky, if I even have it on here, I probably don't have it on here, but as I came over the hill, there in the sky, there were all of those things like that. They were literally layered all along the whole entire perimeter of the sky, and it looked like a bunch of snakes laying on top of each other. No disrespect to that race of being. No disrespect. It literally did. They were literally encircled all around the perimeter of the sky, and I could not believe what I was seeing. I put the pictures on the YouTube. I put the pictures on the Facebook. I even did a video on it, you all. This race of beings are real. And, oh, I almost thought I saw it. They're all around the sun, too. Let me show you what they would. No, this ain't it, you all. If I find that picture by accident while I'm still on here, I'm going to show it to you all. But this is really serious, what's taking place and what's in our sky. I can't find it, so I'm not going to look at it. It's going to distract me trying to find it when I'm supposed to be showing the inverted views of these. Where am I at? Was I right? Wasn't right there. I was right here. Let me go back to that screen. All in here. You all, please be nice in your comments. Whether you agree or not, you can still be considerate. Because it's like you're in my home, you're in my house. I can't get over this part right here. Look at that. It's like strands. If we look really close, can I get that off of there? There's I wonder if the cubes play a role. I really wonder if they play a role in all of this. Because that would be very, very interesting. Look, there's like a window. It's like there's ships. See that window right there? And then look underneath it. Thank you, Dave. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Because it is really hard to present something like this. It really is. I'm not joking. I gotta get myself primed up to present something like this about the sky, because this is like something somebody doesn't want to see. You don't want to hear that there's something like this in the sky, but there is. This is the inverted mode. I just think our skies have been taken over. Okay, well, they don't even belong to us, really, if you think about it. And we get the privilege of looking at the skies above. We really do, and it's nice to see them. It is. But to see it like this. And I certainly don't want to be living in a matrix. I hope we're not living in a simulation. I really hope we're not. But this is just too weird. It's really, that's let me see. Okay, that's the same cloud. This is the inverted mode of this very picture right here. The inverted mode, where the sky is caked so thick. Now, granted, it gets really pretty, but this is what it looks like if we were to come in here and try to make it a little bit crisper. You may be able to see a little bit more. Yeah, you can see a whole lot more. Look at this. A whole lot more. You know what this reminds me of? Oh my gosh, look at this face right here. Can you see this? It literally is a head. Literally looks like there is a head of a being right here. And then back here are these little dark balls. This reminds me, part of this reminds me of us looking on the sun last night. Was that last night when that happened? Zooming up, because there were like crevices at the top of the sun that we could see things inside of, like this. That's what it was like up on top of the sun. And these are the clouds. Look at the indentions right here, you all. This is like absolutely remarkable. It literally does remind me of looking at the sun. But now it's the sky. Wow. Oh, wow. I hope that this is not a great big head of a being with great big eye sockets. I'm going to tell you this. Let me point this to me. I will say this. There are plenty of times when I've looked up in the sky and I've took pictures and or video. I got it one time. The beings up in the sky, they had a face. They had looked like eyes and a mouth, no nose, and literally the black stuff coming out of their eyes. And the black stuff literally looked like black filament things that you would see on the sun. You know, that we were watching last night, the black plasma thing. It literally, that's kind of what looked like was coming out of their eyes. And these look like them. And again, I'm not meaning any disrespect to any being that is in that sky up there, but you know, we need to really there's people who might need to know this, who have been wondering, you know, what's up there? That sky doesn't look normal. Well, it's not. And I don't think this was a normal whatever it was that was flying by. I don't. It's probably a drone. A drone that they had is probably what it was. Is that a great big... Look at that. Now this video may not be for everyone, and that's okay. You don't have to look at it. You don't have to look at it at all. Thank you, King Ahuka Mindel. But look at that. Look at that. The same picture in the inverted mode. And it does. Robotic beings. Straight edges. Is it an advanced race of beings up there in the sky? Very advanced. Where were those crevices? These were the crevices right here. Look. Look right here. Look at that center part. It's like, who are they? And why are they here? Are they here, and have they always been in the sky? Have they always been in the sky? I wonder if they have always been in the sky. Well, look at that. There was another good screenshot on here. If you're all just tuning in, thank you. And I'm sorry this is taking a little bit long. But it's okay. It's all right. It really is. We've seen these in the sky. They literally come around. When the moon is like doing its thing, sometimes you can see these in the clouds. You can see these at the tip of the clouds, and they look like the same thing that we see on the sun, the same species. These right here ones, the dark ones, right here, it did look like the same species from the sun. But the other ones, I guess maybe they belong to them too. Maybe. It's like, how can you dismiss this? Look how clustered they are. It reminds me of like paper mache, confetti, a whole bunch of confetti in the sky. But that's might not be a good way to put it, but that's what it reminds me of. It's like all piled one up on the top of the other, plastered in the sky, a bunch of confetti. But they're not. And if they're up there, they know it's a matter of time. They are up there, okay? It's not if they're up there. They are up there, and they know it's only a matter of time before the people of the earth, the bulk of humanity, starts realizing that they are up there in the sky. It's only a matter of time. Now, could you imagine your presidents of your countries or your world leaders getting on the news or getting on prime time, and they flip around the camera and they show you that, hey, we got this race of beings that are in our sky. It's another race of beings that are here, and we don't know what they want. Could you imagine what that would do to the people if you had your world leaders get up there, show you something like that, and show you them and say, yeah, that is exactly what's in the sky? I can't imagine them doing that. I can't, because you know why? One thing, it would cause panic, and then people might think, oh, wow, they're really out there. They would probably think something like that. They really would. But it's happening. It's happening. Hello there, everyone. So I thought, or have we been invaded by aliens, but robotic aliens? Whenever you see this dark stuff really never used to appear. It never used to. But it did. And this is what it looks like in the sky. Like paper mache or something like that is what it looks like. Y'all look at this. I'm going to show you the video. This is the video that I did it from. I got to make sure I got it turned off, because I was just zooming the sky is what I was doing. I was zooming the sky, zooming up on the sky. This is not a long video. This had these real pretty colors up there. Is what was up there. Just like that. And I thought, wow, I want to get those beautiful, beautiful colors. That's what I said to myself. So if we created these race of beings, you think we created these race of beings here in the sky? Is what I'm wondering, did we do it, or did they come here? And now they are here, and we don't know what to do about it. Could it be something like that? Farmer, I don't think humanity is ready for the truth, because you'd have to stop everything. You'd have to stop, shut down the whole entire world is what you would have to do. Shut it all down is what you'd have to do. But whenever you see the sky literally plastered like that, it's not normal life forms that are in the sky. It's not normal clouds at all. You know what really gets me is sometimes when you zoom up, it literally has those waves on it. Like, I know that's a little close, you all. I know it's a little bit close, but look at them looking out from the holes in the sky. I just ignore the blurriness, because my camera would not focus on me, because it didn't want me to get really close up. These digital cameras, let me say something about the digital cameras. Have you noticed that when you see a certain area of the moon or something and you want to zoom up on it, that camera will not focus for the life of you? You will try and try and try, and it does not want to focus on it. Have you noticed that? That's what my camera was doing. I thought, you've got to be kidding. Would you please just focus on those areas? No, it didn't want to. Because it was being controlled, I think, by the technology, perhaps, that was in the clouds. And I'm not going to let you see that blurriness right there, because that's what they did to me during that. And I didn't like it. I'm just going to tell you right now, I didn't like it at all, what they did. because I could have got some real images, but look at that. See, it tried to focus and then boom, it didn't want to. Gina, what on earth do you got going on, you all? I was all over the place on this. But that thing, I don't know what it was that was flying back and forth. Just look at that. I was moving that all around. I was moving that all around. I was trying to get anything and everything that I could in there, but look right up here. I don't think I got this shot. I just want to get this one shot, you. I'm not going to keep you much longer. Oh, look down here. There's like windows down here. Literally, it kind of does look like there's windows down here at the bottom, squares and stuff. I want to invert that to see. You can get this. This is really good to have this VLC meteor player, because you can invert your pictures and your videos in the inverted mode. Look at this, just like that. So that's what it looks like inverted, and then that's what it looks like uninverted, just like that. I'm just going to push this button, you all. I know I'm taking a long time. Hello, Polly, honey. Yeah, this right here, these dark clouds that are above, if you've seen the sky get filled with them, it's really like, it don't have a good energy with it. It didn't when I saw them, especially at nighttime when the sun is going down and you got the redness in the sky and you have a whole bunch of this showing up. That's kind of scary. It is. It's like a strange feeling, and you just want to go back in. But that's what it started off as right there, you all, just like that. So if you see the sky like that, let me do it again. We're going to look at it in the inverted mode, and then you see it like this, just like that, and or like this. And we're not going to be on here much longer. I've about ran this down to the ground. I have. Let me put this over to me. And you know, I really don't like to get myself on here a lot when I'm showing things, because I want to try to see if I can present it, is what I want to try to do. Oh wow, this is interesting. That's very interesting, you all. Extremely interesting to look at. Just add a little. You know what it looks like? It looks like an oil painting or something. What on earth? Can you see this in the background? I do think that maybe this is a window, the window of a ship, and there's one being right there and two beings right there. That is a window of a ship. I hope you all can see that. Can you see that? And even over here, yeah, it's a wonderful photography. But this right here is not, it's not normal looking. It really isn't. Wonder if I could even lighten that. If I could lighten that some, if you could see even more detail. If I lighten it up. Maybe, kind of, sort of, no. Just like that. Let me cancel that. I just want to go to that very next one that I took right here, because this one looks pretty cool too. If we could look at it, if I can. You know, if upon looking at this, I would say, oh, there's a ship right there. Me just looking at it, I would automatically assume that that would be a ship right there. Where was the end of this, where it looked like there was a window? And there looked like there was a window with two beings in it. I don't know where that went, that part. That's what it really looks like when you look. Okay, when you look up in the sky, that's really what it's looking like right there. Robotic things in the sky. Have you ever noticed at night when you take a night picture and of the sky, and you zoom up on it, and you have all these different colors of wiggly things in the sky? What if that wiggly things are these? Because they can make themselves all different colors. One can be one color, one can be another color. What if that? What if is that, you all? Because they can make themselves different colors. And if they can make themselves different colors, if they can make pink and green, just see, let me just show these. Okay, what they can make themselves this color, pink and green, like this, just like that. Let me just do this. If they can make themselves that color in these clouds, they look really beautiful. How many do I got open down here? Are they the same as these? Are they? They very well could be. They very well could be, because they can make themselves that color too. And if you zoom up, look at it. They're all over the sky, and now they are in the clouds. And again, I just want to state, I mean no disrespect whatsoever for any life form that is up in the sky that I may not understand why it's here or why it's up there or any of that. No disrespect at all is meant. I am just trying to document and share what I find with others. No disrespect is meant at all. I want to make that completely clear. I also want to say it's very, very fascinating. Okay, it's very fascinating. And I mean it. I'm just wondering, how long have they been here? And are they just like this? Are they, have we been invaded by robotic aliens? Have we? So I've showed the video. I've showed it, and I think I'm bringing this to a conclusion, you all. Please keep an open mind. You may not agree with everything that I share. You may not. That's okay. That's okay. You can say, well, I don't know about that, but please be kind in your comments. This is my YouTube channel. It's like coming to my house. Yeah. Something definitely is different in our skies. Something is very, very different taking place. Let me come over here to the comment section. Yeah. Plasmic goo, creatures, all of that. Oh, you're so very welcome. I am going to go. I see the comments. Thank you all for tuning in. This may not be for everyone. They may not want to look at the sky and what's in the sky and the clouds, but it's worth documenting. It's worth documenting. So with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you all for coming on here. Thank you, moderators, for being on here. You're so very welcome. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Yeah, please hit the like button, you all, because this would help suggest the video to others according to the algorithms. It really does. Have a wonderful rest